Hello, I'm Johnny Clash. I'm fairly new at Horizon. I've been playing about 3 months this time around. I'm only level 64 Summoner. In retail, 20 some years ago, I only got to 64 Black Mage. I did play a release on Horizon for 2 months, and I didn't get very far. This is as far as I've got. But what I had trouble with is installing all the add-ons and mods for Horizon. I watched the Make Vana'diel Beautiful or Make 11 Beautiful video by Next Games, which is where all this information comes from, except for one thing, and that's where to put your files and stuff that you download, your add-ons and mods. It's different for Horizon, and I didn't find any straightforward information out there, so I wanted to go over that. This is what my screen looks like. It does make a good difference, I think. It's a lot more saturation, better textures, better color, and you can do 60 frames. So, with that said, I'm not a professional at all at this. This is the only YouTube video I've made where I talk, and where I explain things. It's my first guide ever. So hopefully it works out and you learn something from it. Thank you. Alright, first we will start with the Next Games download. So let's pull it up here. I'll have all the URLs posted in the video, but it's right here. And you just go here and you hit download. I've already got everything downloaded, but I'm not going to tell you how to download things. And then once you're done, it will, you extract it and it'll look like this. So it's got pretty much everything in it. It's got DG Voodoo, Reshade. You do need another Reshade file, the latest one, but I'll show you that. For Horizon, we're not using Windower. I'm not going to use XiView, and we're not going to use the 4 GB patch. Alright, what we'll start with now is the DG Voodoo. So go into your Next Game All-in-One HD Pack folder, go into your DG Voodoo folder, and in here we're going to take the D3, D8, DLL, the EXE, and the DGA voodoo.config file. And we're going to copy those. So straight, just copy them. And then here's the key. This is what I didn't know for a couple of years. And this is what separates all the other add-ons and additions and mods from retail to Horizon. So Horizon has 2 separate places on your hard drive. And I'll show you where both of them are, and I'll show you which one we need to use and exactly what folders to put things in. So I have it on my C drive. So wherever you installed it, users, your computer name, app data, go to roaming, go to the Horizon launcher. Then you go to Horizon, game, and bootloader. So as you can see, I already have the files in here, but the bootloader, which is where your pol.exe is, and your Horizon Loader exe, that's where you want to put these add-ons. So what you do then is just click on empty space and then paste the DG Voodoo stuff in here. If you have the 2 other things in there, if you have the d3dim.dll and the dddraw in your bootloader, delete them. All you want is these 3 at the top here. Okay, and when you paste them in here, if the window comes up that says replace and overwrite, you want to do that every time. So everything I'm doing here, you always want to hit replace and overwrite. So let's run this. So once you're in here, you can run the app, and you don't change a lot in here. First of all, make sure the path is correct. So verify that this is exactly where you put the DG Voodoo and where it's running from, the bootloader folder. Then make sure it's using your card, your GPU, and then go to DirectX and make sure this is either 2048 or 4096, depending on what you have specifically. Also, you're going to check this. This will be checked. I turned it off, but you want to check this because that'll verify that it's running. And I'll show you that later. Next step will be to do Reshade. So you go to reshade.me, and again, I'll have the link posted. Scroll the whole way to the bottom, and you want to click on the download Reshade. In my case, it's 6.33, which is the latest, but that'll be updated, and download that. And then once that's downloaded, you want to go back to your next games, click on Reshade, and take that download and copy and paste it in here. Browse, and you always want to make sure that path is the bootloader folder. So there again is my directions to it. Yours will just be different in the name, but you want to make sure that path is set. So I guess I got to do it again. Then we click next. Make sure you click the DirectX 10, 11, 12. Hit next. Now I've already installed it, so it's giving me these options, but you'll get a window here where it'll show what reshade options you want to perform. There's a ton. Most people only do the first two boxes, but make sure those are checked. After that, you just want to hit next. Make sure the bottom box will say reshade preset.ini. Make sure that's correct. Then hit next and then hit finish. Then you want to take this reshade preset.ini and copy it, and then go back to your bootloader again, that folder up here, and make sure that you just paste it in here. And again, if it gives you that overwrite window, make sure you replace an overwrite. Next, we'll do XIPivot. So you take this whole folder and copy it, then go back to your Horizon launcher directory, and it's not going to go in the bootloader folder this time. We're going to go back one, and then it's going to go in add-ons. So this is where all your add-ons go, all the ones that are in the launcher that you check the boxes, which go over them. I'll go over mine later. And then you just paste it in here again. Empty space, paste. It shouldn't give you the replace and overwrite window, but maybe, and just do it if it does. The last add-on I'll be doing is Remapster. So what this will do is add all the details to your maps, like zone entrances and exits and points of interest. All the things you would find on Wiki, they'll be incorporated. So here's the homepage, remapster.com. Click on downloads, scroll the whole way to the bottom, and you want DAT packs 1 and 2. I do the 2048 by 2048. So download that. And then you just go to your, wherever was downloaded, extract it. Then once it's extracted, you take the ROMs in here and you just copy all the ROMs, and then they go in somewhere different. So you want to navigate back to Horizon. And this one will be in your game and your actual game folder. So Final Fantasy XI. And then all you do here is, again, paste. Click an empty space, paste. It'll ask you to replace and overwrite, and do that. And then they're installed. And I'll show you those in game too. So here's my Horizon launcher. I'm going to go to settings here. And this is what I've researched to turn on and off. Hardware mouse on, sound on, always play sound. No idea why that's checked, but whatever. I have the gamma to 0.05, max sounds to 20. Of course, I don't have the launcher music on. And then my desktop is at 2560 by 1440, and I do borderless window. Then if you go to graphics, I have the stabilization on, compression on, and aspect ratio. These things are all cranked except for the MIP mapping, which is at 2. And then I like my menu resolution a little bigger than my desktop because I'm old and blind. And then background resolution, I have set to double my desktop resolution. These are the extensions I have enabled. I haven't done any research at all. I've just read the little tooltips here and guessed, but I've messed with them a lot, and I've used them for a few months now, and I like what I've turned on, but it's completely up to you. Love all maps, like chains, checker, clock, config, distance, draw distance, filter list, filters, FPS, insta AH, macro fix, mobdb, non-combat, no combat, pet info, recast, STFU, timers, timestamp. And I'll go over what some of these do in game that I know of. Definitely minimap, and I'll show the settings of that in game. Nameplate and packet flow. So in the bottom right down here, you'll see that it says DG Voodoo. That's how you know that what you did with that part worked. At the beginning screen here, it's going to tell you in the top left whether you're on the correct reshade. If it says update up there, go ahead and get the new one. Alright, now that we're in game, there's a couple things in here I want to go over. First of all, to get your frames to be 60, I have a couple macros set that I use. I think you can add the commands to an INI file, but I haven't researched that or done that. What I do is I just have macros set for FPS and things. And you gotta find them right there. This one I put the wait commands into. I'm not sure if it does it instantly or not, but FPS 1 is 60. I think FPS space 2 is 30. And then I have my draw distances set at 10. And then I unload the blur effect and the add-on timers because I seem to have lag issues with the timers. But that's, again, completely personal. So you'll see once I hit this. So as soon as I hit that, it adds the draw distances and things for mobs and for the background. And in the top left, my FPS goes up to 57. It usually hovers around 57. I'm not sure why that is. There's probably a way to get it locked at 60. And then also the mini-map. So I have the square mini-map down the bottom right. And I can show you how to configure that quick. So if you type /mm, you get this window. If you want circle one, that's how it's loaded automatically. If you go into themes, you can click square, which is what I did. Then you can go back here and you can adjust the position and the scale. So I have it turned up to 1.25. And I have it positioned on my screen, the bottom right. That's where I'm comfortable with it. Next, I'll go over my in-game settings. Just a few of them, ones that I've changed that I feel are important. So I start with gameplay. Of course, these are the sound settings and gamma adjustment, which I don't touch at all. I do turn the automatic inventory sort on, so it stacks items. I don't touch chat filters. It doesn't seem to save for me, but someone else should have a solution for that, I hope. Neither I don't touch font colors. In Windows, I do like to have these two windows, so if you look at the bottom of my screen, I have like guild chat and stuff to the right, other things to the left. And that's all configured here. You can change how many lines you want displayed, minimum lines, so that's how small the window gets. Then you can change the widths to match up side by side and resize time. And you can do that for both of them. So I've tailored them both to what I like. Log, don't touch that. Miscellaneous, I just turn weather effects off. That's about it. Miscellaneous 2, this is where you change your aspect ratio. So everything we've done, I don't know why, but it only works for like the set. Like I think it's set at 4:3, which stretches you. So you go in here and you can do 16:9 or 16:10 depending on your monitor. And I don't think I touch anything in here. Timer display on, party icon display on. Maybe those I changed. Nope. And effects, I have done some things, but that's again completely up to you. And nothing here. And global, I turn this off, but it always comes back on. So that's pretty much it.